Here is a requested tutorial from my group on how to cut a stylish double-breasted blazer dress with notched collar. So if this is something you like, kindly hit on the subscribe button. So to start, here is my pattern and I've gone ahead to mark out this borderline. So this is the area that will be wrapping or overlapping the other side. So I'm using about 4 inches here, and this is for the collar for the upper part. All the measurements I will be taking will be starting after this line. I'll go ahead to mark out the shoulder measurement divided by 2 plus half, because this dress has a sleeve, and then you come down by 1 inch from there. Now I'll mark a basic neckline of 3 inches. After marking that, I'll go ahead to also come down by 3 inches. Let's just take this as 3 inches because we are cutting this in form of an illustration, right? Now you're going to connect this all the way up. After connecting at this point, the next step you're going to take is to connect from the shoulder to the neckline. After connecting from the shoulder to the neckline, you want to go ahead to find your chest line and to mark out all your other measurements. So I was actually supposed to mark this before starting. So let's go ahead to mark the shoulder to bust, under bust, waistline. Then you measure 7 inches to get your hip point. Then the rest will be your gown length. Go ahead to place your ruler and draw out a straight line at this point. I'll also go ahead to outline the hip point of this pattern. Now the next step is to go ahead to outline my pattern. I'll start with the shoulder to bust, under bust, waistline, and hip point, right? So after your hip point, we'll go back to the upper part where we are going to mark out our chest line. To get your chest line is your bust circumference divided by 6 plus 1.5 inches, and I will make a mark there, place my ruler, and I will draw out a straight line. After marking that, you want to place back your tape and mark your shoulder measurement divided by 2 and add half, because this dress has a sleeve. Now connect from this point to the upper part of your shoulder. Now you're going to place your tape and you're going to divide your shoulder into 2 equal parts and mark. After marking that, come out by ½ inch at this point. Place your tape and mark your bust measurement divided by 4. You want to connect from the midpoint to the upper part and from the midpoint to your bust circumference divided by 4. Now after you're done connecting that, the next step is to mark your dart. So you're going to start by marking your nipple to nipple divided by 2. So let's just say the nipple to nipple here is 4 inches, and if you divide it by 2, it will give you 2 inches. So measure your own nipple to nipple divided by 2 and mark. Then you're going to place your ruler to draw out a straight line. Now after that, we'll start by inserting our dart intake. I will divide my armhole into 2, then I will connect from the bust all the way to that point. After marking at that side, I'll mark ½ inch on both sides of my waistline. Then I will come down by 1 inch from the bust point and mark. Then I'll place my ruler and I'm going to connect it to that 1 inch I came down from, right? Then after that, at this point, I'll come in at ½ inch at both sides, then blend it in. I'll blend it in this way. After blending in, I'll also go ahead to blend out the other side. Now this ½ inch dart intake on both sides will give me 1 inch, which I will mark. I'll extend it out towards the armhole and reblend it to my armhole. I'll go ahead to use my marker to outline this to make it more visible. Now I'm going to connect my dart about 6 inches from the waistline, and you go ahead to connect. Now after connecting, the next step you take is to go ahead to outline your pattern. So if you notice my dart got almost to the hip, this is because I'm not using the actual measurement. So when you're marking yours, that should be 6 inches after your waistline. Mark my bust measurement divided by 4. That dart intake here, you replace it and also add your sewing allowance. Now for here, you're going to mark your under bust measurement divided by 4, replace the dart intake and add your sewing allowance. For a blazer dress, you just use 1 inch for your sewing allowance. Now mark your waist measurement divided by 4, pick the dart intake, replace, and also add your sewing allowance. For the hip, you're going to mark your hip measurement divided by 4 and add your sewing allowance. So I cut mine as a fitted or straight blazer dress, but from what we have on the picture, you're going to connect this like almost 1 inch or 1.5 inches away from the waistline to give it that slight flare effect at the lower parts. So you can see me use my marker to like outline that part. So if you want to cut what we have on the actual pattern, you're going to like extend it away from the lower part, like 1 inch to 1.5 beside your measurement at the lower part. I'm going to determine the breaking point from where our collar will start, our lapel. So I'm going above my waist like 1 inch to 1.5 inches, right? So from here now you can come out by 3.5 to 4 inches for the other side of the blazer. So let's say what we have here is 4 inches. Now you're going to connect from this point. Now this point that we are using as 4 inches, you're going to take it down to the lower part of your blazer and you're going to connect it. Now after you're done connecting it at this point, you want to go ahead to connect from your breaking point to the neckline area. Now from the neckline, you want to determine the lapel area. You want to come out by 3 inches. I'm using 3 inches for this part. Then I will go ahead to connect it. Now after connecting it, you want to go ahead to slant it down or back to your breaking point this way. So this is what you're going to have. After you're done marking that, I'll come in by 1.5 inches at this point. I'll also go up by 1.5 inches, place, and I will connect. Now for the neckline, for a basic back pattern which is 3 inches by 1, if you measure it, you always get 3.5 inches. So but when you're drafting yours, to make sure you're accurate, go ahead to draw out a basic neckline of 3 by 1 inch and go ahead to measure. Whatever you get, that is what you'll be using for your back pattern. So let's say I have 3.5 here and I'll go ahead to connect. Now after connecting, you want to go out by ½ inch and reconnect it to your neckline. This is so that the collar at the back will relax very well. Now after marking this, you want to determine the size of your collar. I'm using 3 inches. Then when you're connecting, you want to slant it up a bit. So I don't really have much space here, so I'll just slant it a little. This will help relax the collar at the back of the dress. Now from that point, you're going to connect it to this lower part of your pattern this way. That is the lower part of the collar. I'll just make this mark to indicate that I have a button allowance at this point. Now after marking that, I'll just go ahead to outline to make this pattern a bit visible for you to see. Now after outlining, this is what my front pattern looks like. So after this, I'll just go ahead to cut out. So if you have any questions so far, please kindly go ahead to ask and I'll go ahead to cut this out. So after this, I'll just go ahead to cut out the collar separately, then cut out the front parts, cut out my dart because you'll be sewing it back and joining your pattern back together as one piece and also join the collar back. So let's go ahead to cut out the back pattern. For the back pattern, I've gone ahead to mark out the basic measurement, the chest line area, the bust, waistline, hip point, and blazer length. For the neckline, I'm using a basic neckline of 3 by 1 inch, just like I said. Now, what you're going to do is to start marking your dart for the back pattern. To mark your back pattern, you're going to mark your nipple to nipple divided by 2, which you're going to mark at the bust, waist, hip point, gown length. Then you're going to place your ruler to connect. So I'm just taking this dart all the way down just in case you want to slash and join it back. But for the back pattern, that is not necessary. Now mark ½ inch on both sides, come down by 1 inch from the bust, then connect on both sides of your pattern. After you're done connecting, Extend your dart by 6 inches after your waistline. I'll just go ahead to use my marker to outline this pattern so that it will be visible for you to see. After I'm done outlining, the next step is to insert my measurement. I'll mark the bust measurement divided by 4. My sewing allowance, mark the waist measurement divided by 4. Pick the dart intake, replace it, add my sewing allowance. Mark my hip measurement divided by 4 and add my sewing allowance. So if you're going for a fitted effect, for the blazer, you're just going to take out 1 inch and from your hip and connect it down. But if you're going for the effect we have on the blazer, you connect from your hip and go out by extra 1 to 1.5 inches. After connecting this from the neckline you want to mark. Now, where we have an opening at the back of this dress, I'll come up by ½ inch here, then come down by ½ inch. I want to contour the back waistline because I did not make use of the bust dart technique where you get to measure your shoulder to waist in front and use your shoulder to waist at the back. Now you'll be blending this part out, but before doing that, I'll go ahead to cut this out. And after cutting it out, I will now go ahead to alter the pattern to get that slight V design at the back of the dress. I'll cut this and I will merge it, right? So after merging it, you notice that the back will be curvy. All you have to do is add another pattern paper to straighten that part. Blend in your darts also. Now what I'll do is to add another pattern paper, and after adding the pattern paper, I'll use my tape to hold it down. Then what you do is place your ruler, connect back your pattern, make sure that you have like a straight line. So after that, what you now do is to check your waist measurement. If you have any excess, go ahead to mark it and then you will cut it out. Then go ahead to take this all the way straight, then you place it and cut your back pattern. Now from here you now connect from the neckline to this V and you're going to cut it out because you will not be needing that part, right? You just go ahead to cut it out. So this is what I have. Now let me explain the collar area. You know, this side is going to the front and this other part is going to the back. I'm also going to bring the front pattern. So I'm going to merge the shoulder together. That is the shoulder of the front and the back together. I'll use tape to hold it, right? So after taping it, now when you're joining your collar, you join from the front part. Then when you get to the back, remember your collar will be joining at the center part of the back, right? So when you're joining it and get to the back, you now cross it over to the other side of the neckline. Then this side will now form the bridge holding the two necklines together again.